Morning, everybody. Carrie Schmidt House. I'm going to do a short video this morning, kind of my day-to-day routine. I don't usually do stuff like that. Probably do a little talking about what I want to get done today and what I want to get done in the future. So the first thing I need to do today is feed the chickens. I saw they were out yesterday, their feeder. So I just threw out some crumble and scratch on the ground from yesterday. I'm going to go ahead and fill their feeder. I don't know where they're all at right now. I saw them earlier. We have a rooster and 5 hens, which is perfect for us. We get 3 or 4 eggs a day. I've been wanting to put some in the incubator, but we got things coming up that we won't be here all the time, and I don't like leaving the incubator unattended. I want to be here throughout that process, so I don't know when that's going to happen. Also thought about just taking some eggs, and putting them in this little old coop that we've got closed now. Trap a hen in there and see if she'd sit on them, hatch them out. We may do that, but first we're going to get them fed. So what I do, I keep my crumble and scratch in these 5-gallon buckets, or 8-gallon, whatever they are, I'm not sure, but it keeps them dry, keeps varmints and mice from getting into them. And I'll use that scooper, and I'll scoop a grain, a scoop of crumble into this bucket, and I'll do that alternate until the bucket's about half full, and that's enough to fill our little feeder. Go ahead and start doing that. Yeah, sorry, I can't hold the camera. Let me get this done and I'll bring you right back. Okay, here's our feed, and we're just gonna dump it in this little feeder. We'll just dump it in there, and they'll pick it out as they want it. All right, got their feeder full and had a little too much. I just chunked it out there on the ground, and they'd rather eat off the ground than out of that feeder. That's chickens. You can see an old carcass right there. That's one of our javelina carcasses we threw out there, and they're slowly getting it cleaned up. I'll see them out here pecking around on it. Might sound kind of nasty, but that's what chickens do. Grandparents out on the ranch, they raise chickens, and my grandfather would go out and shoot possums and coons for the hides, and he would throw the carcasses into the chicken pen, and of course they'd make quick work out of it. They had lots of chickens. Okay, so our garden, we probably should have already been working on it, but we cleaned it out, and that's about it. I got a little more of this metal I'm going to extend onto this end of it to make our garden a little bigger. And this was metal that came off of our old building we tore down. Waiting on concrete on that. We'll have a video out on that soon. In fact, this Friday they're supposed to be here to pour. Anyway, what I want to do today, something I started working on, or actually Andrea started working on yesterday, is cleaning up this old slab. So we had the old shed here, and when we just cut it down, you can see that's where the legs were. The concrete was just poured around them years ago. So what I've done is, Andrea started, she did this one. We took a drill and drilled down into that wood a bunch of times and chiseled it out. We got this one done. We got this one done. we have to do this one yet. And this one I started the other day, and I actually was using a chainsaw. It didn't work too good. I couldn't hold the chainsaw. It kept hitting the concrete. And actually there's a nail in there I hit. Dulled my chain right away. So I'm going to get these cleaned up today. And also cut these old anchor bolts off. This was from an old car lift that I had here on this slab years ago. A 2-post lift. And I just need to get them cut down. About all I can do is cut them off flush. When I put that in here, had I drilled all the way through the slab and put these anchor bolts in, at this point I'd be able to just knock them through and then patch those holes, but I can't do that now. So, and these here are probably in the footing. These outside ones, they're probably in the footing anyway, so that wouldn't work. But that's what I'll be doing today, working on this and possibly working on this this garden extension. We have a couple other projects coming up that we'd like to do. I was out at our property the other day, and I noticed there's some hog sign up there. They come through every year in the spring. We'll see hogs. We'll see a few in the winter, but usually see them in the spring. We don't have them real bad. They don't tear up a lot, but you can see where they have moved in. They're starting to tear up the ground at a few spots, and I can see them around our pond, some signs. So what I want to do is put up a hog trap, but I need to get my concrete poured over here first so I can finish my pad for the lean-to that's going to go on the other side of the new building. And then I'll be able to load my skid steer up, haul it back out to the place, because I'll need that auger, that rock auger, to drill holes for the hog trap that I want to build. And also we've got a lot of fence that we need to repair, replace, and just build. You know, part of our property's not even fenced. We lease it all to my uncle, and that's why we've never fenced it. So his cattle can roam freely back and forth, but we really would like to get it fenced at some point in case we want to move to the next step with our little homestead and get us some kind of sheep or goats or something. Maybe raise a steer or something out there for the freezer. I don't know if we'll ever get to that point. It's just getting there is pretty expensive, building the fence and buying the livestock. But we may get there someday. But yeah, we got all that stuff to do, and need to get the skid steer out there to help with that. Need to get my welder fixed. It's been in the shop for 1.5 years. Finally really got on to the guy. Last week he called, he said he has it running and fixed, but there's one little issue yet, and he said he'd get it wrapped up this week early. So hopefully I'll get it back and I'll be able to use that, because it won't take long. It's going to be too hot to build fence. You know, it's already getting that way. You know, we don't have spring anymore. It just goes from winter to summer here. So don't know how much of that will get done this year. But also we got the big total eclipse coming up here in just a couple of weeks, I think, and this area right through here is some of the best viewing, and they're talking about lots of people being here, and our property's not fenced off, so I want to put up some no trespassing signs anyway, so people know that it is private property. A lot of people from other states will come in and they believe that if a place isn't fenced, that it's public property, and in a lot of states that's the way it is. But in Texas, if it's not fenced, it's private property. All state-owned property, state, city, federal, in Texas, those lands are all fenced. So if property is not fenced, it's private property, and if you're going to want to camp on it, you need to try to get a hold of the landowner and make sure it's okay. We're actually going to have some family coming down, some of Andrew's family, I believe, coming down, possibly and camping out there. So at least somebody will be out there to let us know what's going on, because we won't be out there. We're going to be, it's going to be a big day for her in town, and be, thousands and thousands and thousands of people in town is what they're expecting. So me and the kids are going to hang out there at her office, I think, and hunker down there until the masses kind of leave the area. So anyway, just wanted to also say, man, those last months have been great for our channel. I said before, our channel, we just kind of started it as a way of, documenting things and save things for our family and our friends. And but man, the last month we picked up way over 100 subscribers. Probably we've got over 200 now, and probably 75% of them have come in the last month or two. So we really appreciate that. Appreciate all you new subscribers, all the old ones. We hope we can keep enough interesting content now to keep everybody watching. It's tough for us right now to really come up with content without just going out and making stuff up, and we're not going to do that. We're going to video the things we do, and we're not going to just make stuff up just for the sake of making it up. The channel, like I say, is for pass on stuff to our family. When we're no longer here, they'll have something to look back on. It's kind of like a photo album and or video album. And but we sure enjoy taking everybody with us on our little journey, and we appreciate our subscribers. We really do. And if there's some kind of content that you're interested in, let us know. And if it's something that we think we would do or could do, we'll try to put something together. Again, thank y'all very much. And if you're new to the channel, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, whether you like us or not. I always say that, because if you don't like us, by subscribing, that'll remind you never to watch us again. And if you do like us, subscribing will remind you to tune in. So anyway, God bless. Hope you all have a great day. Bye. Oops, dead battery.